All the Jedis were actually pretty good. Like, I mean, even Samuel Jackson was a good choice to have included. Yoda, I mean, Yoda's always good. Qui-Gon Jinn's great. They're all pretty good Jedis.
It's Puppet Yoda.
It was.
I love Puppet Yoda.
So the Blu-ray I have made him CGI.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No,
Man, Puppet Yoda's the best. They did Puppet Yoda in The Last Jedi.
How'd they do that?
They just went back and, like, superimposed it. If you watch it, you can see some of the scenes. There's a scene where Obi-Wan is talking to Yoda as he's walking across, and he's, like, kind of off. But, yeah, they just, like, took him out completely. Yeah, it originally was, but then when they went back and made the... Because Episode 2 and Episode 3 CGI Yoda.
Yeah.
And
it's definitely CGI
bad.
Yoda.
I'm glad they went back to him Last Jedi. They went back to Puppet Yoda.
I honestly like the CGI Yoda. I know a lot of people didn't.
Right.
But
it's not that he looked bad.
It was needed because he had 2 lightsaber battles in those 2 movies.
Well, that's another issue for another day.
Okay. A lot of flips.
Okay.
I like the...
I just think the puppet, like the physical puppet of Yoda, is so iconic.
Uh-huh.
That's why I love they use it in The Last Jedi, because it is so like he looks much more real as a character. Like, it's okay for some characters to be fully CGI. Like, if you made Chewbacca CGI, which they could easily, how disappointing would that be if they CGI'd Chewbacca everywhere?
I like the scene when the very first scene when they're like getting attacked by those drones that have the shields around them. They do like a little super speed thing off the screen.
Yeah.
Why didn't he do that later when they were going through that laser wall?
See, I don't know.
Right? Because he was going to say,
it's like they never use. Yeah. When do they ever use that speed?
No, they don't. And he could have saved
them any of the movies
later on in the movie when Qui-Gon was fighting him by himself and that laser wall kept showing up and he had to keep waiting so he can go fight Darth Maul with him. As soon as that laser goes, that's super speed.
It's like Power Rangers. They keep getting powers and they just don't ever use them.
And they forget about them, yeah. Explain that, Justin. This is your favorite movie of all time.
Explain it. The lasers were too fast to see.
So true.
What would you rate this when it comes to like the best Star Wars?
Oh, you got one? Do you have real quick? Best Star Wars movies? Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry. Real quick, I'm not gonna give you a point.
Well, I was just gonna.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
This movie's shit.
I'm not giving a point either.
Okay. All right. Let's do ranking of Star Wars movies.
All right. You want me to
go?
I'm
not saying like ranking of all the Star. I was just like,
what
would you put this one?
This might be the last time we talk about Star Wars. Let's not do Rogue One or Han Solo or anything. Let's just.
All right. Mainline Star Wars. Okay. So.
Okay.
I have Empire.
Okay.
I have Last Jedi.
Ooh,
I bet that's controversial.
Controversial.
Fuck you, nerds. Okay.
It's up there.
I have New Hope. I have Return of the Jedi. That's my 4th. And then it would be, I guess, Episode 3, Episode 1, and then Episode 2.
Mine's pretty similar. Mine is Empire, 4, Last Jedi. 4, then Last Jedi, then Force Awakens.
I forgot about Force Awakens. It would have been after Return of the Jedi.
Okay, Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, you have 4.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to 3, Revenge of the Sith, and then I'm gonna go to Return of the Jedi because I really didn't like Return of the Jedi.
I really like Sith too.
The Ewoks really bother me, and then I do 1, then I do 2. 2 is definitely the worst.
All right, so I would do Empire, New Hope, then I would do the newest movie.
Oh, Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. Okay. Last Jedi, then Force Awakens, and then the third one, and then the first and the second.
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, it's literally my list. That's cool.
Was it?
Yeah. Wait, you said the first and the second?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey everybody, thank you for watching this video on Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. If you want to watch the entire podcast episode, you can click on the link below. Be sure to subscribe to make sure you get notifications every time a new episode comes out. Next week, we're talking about Air Bud in preparation for the NBA Finals. So be sure to check that out. It'll be up next Tuesday with a video clip next Thursday. Thanks again, guys. Bye.